Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Maryland Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of 30 Inks, 30 Days. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Before I start, I have to figure out who gifted me this lovely sample. Very few inks that I haven't reviewed yet, so it should be relatively easy to find. Noodlers. Hi Shay Shay Girl, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day. Wait, what color is this? This is a purple ink. Noodlers. I tried to color code them as best as I could. Noodlers Violet. Alright. Thanks go out to the OC Pen Club for providing the sample for this review. Today's pen has changed from the Jinhao 992 to the Noodlers Nib Creeper because the Jinhao, all my Jinhao 992s are broken. So sad. They're just dead. I need all new 992s. Okay, so I'm at work. Client is having an off day. Oh boy. Well, I hope that they have a better day. Alright, we're going to share this with our friends so that they can come and hang out with us too. Share. Mute. Mute. Unmute. Share. Copy. Share to the Pinterest and the Twitter and the Facebook and the something's wrong with LinkedIn again. Stupid social network. Don't just do something, stand there. No, go. Go get my gloves, I'm late. Okay. Oh well, I'm not gonna make a huge effort if they don't want to make an effort to deal with their social medias. Alright. Today's ink is Noodlers Violet. Thanks go out to the OC Pen Club for providing the sample for this review. Today's pen, we will be using the Noodlers Nib Creeper in red with a flex nib. Noodlers flex nib. It's nice, I like it. Here's our ink of the day. It is a purple ink. It's definitely purple. Has maybe the tiniest bit of shading. Here is our ink swatch, and water resistance test shows. I might not want to use this on the outside of an envelope for fear it may wash away. Here is our ink painting of the day. Looks very nice. And here is our toilet paper chromatography. Something weird happened. Like there is purple here, and then there's like a brownish gray, which I don't even know if you can see this. Oh, you guys can't really see, but there is a brownish gray. There, you can see it there. There's like a brownish gray that comes out. Weird. And then there's pink along the outside of that. So this is a very strange ink indeed. Okay, let's do some paper review, shall we? Okay. This is the Pen and Gear Memo book from Walmart.com. I'm going to try and stay a little more steady these days. I'm going to just keep my hands on the table. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is lightweight traveler's notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting though. This is super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Hi Butterbean Head, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? I'm doing very well, thank you. No feathering, normal amount of bleeding and ghosting for this paper. This is Moleskin 70 GSM. I need to write that down. Let's see. It is feathering into the page, and it did bleed to the page. This is Field Notes Journal. Good, I'm so glad. A little bit of shading, a little bit of spread, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Ayush. Let me write that down. A-Y-U-S-H. I think that's how you spell it. A-Y-U-S-H. Yep. A-U. This is Ayush 100 GSM paper. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is 52 GSM Tumaway River. Uh-oh, I might have swiped my fat finger across it. Other than that, there's no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. This is Leuchtturm 1917 grit blank paper. There is a little bit of shading, no real feathering, no bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. This is Midori MD paper. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. This is the journal from the Dollar Tree. A little bit of shading, no feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Ooh. Noodlers do have a tendency for some very bleeding inks. This is what's surprising so far. This is Marmon Nemosity 80 GSM dot grid. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. This is Oxford Optic Paper, 90 GSM. Tiniest bit of shading, no real feathering, little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. I want to scooch this in just a little more. Move this up a smidge. That's better. There's just a tiniest bit of shading, no real feathering, no bleeding, and only a hint of ghosting. This is a Lamy booklet, 90 GSM. Not too much shading, no feathering, no bleeding, but a tiny hint of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. This one is spreading into the page, and it did bleed and ghost through the page. This is Up and Up Wide Roll composition book from Target.com. A little bit of shading, no real feathering, no bleed through. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. True Red composition book from Staples.com. Oi. Feather like a chicken, bled through the page, and ghosted. Alright, this is Apica paper, Apica. Notebook paper. Most advanced quality gives best writing features. Alright. I'm going to scooch in even more. There is no feathering. No bleeding. I don't know what that is. That might be ghosting. It might be a little bit of bleed through right there. Alright, this is the Naname 7 Seas 68 GSM Tomoe River. No feathering. No bleeding. Little bit of ghosting. This is the Rhodia Dot Pad 80 GSM. It does look like it's trying to spread into the page, but no real feathering. Little bit of heavy ghosting right there. Artist Loft 100 GSM paper. This one also looks like it's trying to spread into the page. Ooh, and it did bleed and ghost through the page. Buffet handmade paper from Italy. It is feathering into the page, but no bleeding and barely any ghosting. U-Style notebook paper. This one is also spreading into the page, and it is bleeding and ghosting through the page. CVS Caliber notebook paper. I don't know if that is a feather or if that's where I accidentally put my nib down, but I don't see any other feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. No bleeding, barely any ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. No feathering. No bleeding, barely any ghosting. Mead wide roll notebook paper. Oi. Feather like a chicken, bled through the page. Mead wide rolled notebook paper. Feather like a chicken, bled through the page. This is that sparkle paper. No real feathering. No bleeding and barely any ghosting. Sheffield Home Paper Goods. Oh, by the way, Shay Shay Girl, I just got your letter, and I have replied to it, and it is in the outbox. So that should go out Monday. No real feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. A little bit of spread into the page. A little bit of bleeding and only a bit of ghosting. Akabe cross-section pad. No real feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. JNB copper plate graph pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Oi! Feather like a chicken. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is original Cow Mill 100 GSM paper. It is feathering into the page. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Alright. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Even on the meat, it did relatively well, I guess. Oh, my box is getting heavy. I'm gonna have to find me 2 new boxes. I'm gonna need me a new plastic box for putting all my samples in, and I'm gonna need a box to put all my papers in. Okay, so this is definitely a purple ink. Oops. I'm just gonna scooch in. Oops. Maybe not too far. I just don't want to hit this all the time because that's annoying. Alright. This is Noodlers Violet next to Le Color Royale. Wisteria Birthday Cake. No. Foxglove. Barossa Gilt, Lilac, Provence Lavender, Violet Silver, Bilberry, Violet, Sapphire, Eggplant, Violet Boreal, Philip, Nakamurasake, Murasake Shikaboo, Royal Purple, Hayabusa Glistening, 270, Rose Noir, Griffin Purple, Andy Warhol Pop Art Purple, Psychedelic Purple, Majestic, Festive Joy, Violet, Bay State Grape, Imperial Purple, Majestic Purple, Amethyst, Cassia, Freedom of the Starry Skies, Mommy Violet. See, this just goes to show that one violet can be totally different from another person's violet. Lavender, Purple Rain, Tender Purple, Stipula Purple, Bougainvillea Purple, Dark Lilac, Lamy Dark Lilac, Fake Lamy Dark Lilac, Real Lamy Dark Lilac, KWZ Brown Pink, Purple Dream, this one's getting close, Mixable Purple, Amethyst de Laurel, Gooseberry, this one's kind of close too, Amazing Amethyst, this one's probably the closest one, Murasake Purple, Pearlescent Dawn, Damson, Harmony, Memory Lane, Violet Dreams, Neko Yanagi, Violet Mascara, Tchaikovsky, Schaefer Purple, Mont Blanc Lavender Purple, and Daime Mambado's Hat. Well, what did you guys think of today's ink? Are you guys looking for a purple like this? Do you have this purple? let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That is all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, or ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back in a few minutes with a currently inked video. So take care until then. Okay, love you. Bye. Have a great day.